Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs and video games, and today I'm playing Ori and the Blind Forest. However, this is a special video. This is my speedrun video. This may be a different sort of speedrun than you're expecting. It's sort of a blind speedrun. And what I mean by that is I have not seen anyone else speedrun this game. I know none of the glitches or exploits that other people might use to go through this game. Also, what you are watching right now is an edited down version of the speedrun. If you'd like to see the full archived live stream, there should be a link in the top right hand corner and in the video description. Let's get started. And I will be playing on easy, so I can go as fast as I can. I know from my experience playing on hard mode, there will be a few cutscenes that I don't think that we can skip. I'm going to assume those count towards the time. Speaking of counting towards the time, I'm going to start my timer. I don't know of anything major that I can skip in this game. You can see the splits that I'm expecting to do in the top right hand corner of the screen. And those splits are really the 6 major story events in Ori and the Blind Forest. But mostly what I'm going to be doing to go fast is to ignore enemies and just go through as quickly as I can. Alright, we've got Sen. Next, we are heading toward the Spirit Tree and then to the Water Vein. I really want this ability. It's a spirit magnet. That means that things will float to me, which I think is important for a speedrun. I said that I don't know the tips and tricks and exploits and glitches that other people might use, but I do know a couple of things that I have discovered myself. So early on, there's really nothing, but once we get into the Ginso Tree, there is a shortcut in the Ginso Tree that I discovered that I intend to utilize today. And by the way, this is going out of my way, so I'm going a direction that doesn't get me toward where I'm going, and that's to get this life cell. I won't be getting many life cells or energy cells, but the ones that are very close by, like that one, I will be getting. One of the small ways to avoid taking too long going through a speedrun of this game is to not get 2 of the available skills in the game. 2 of the skills are optional, so I will be avoiding them. But most of the skills are required. The wall jump is a required skill. Wonderful. And if I remember correctly, there's an energy cell up here. Yes. So having 2 energy cells is very nice. That means we can save more often. I said in the Ginso Tree, I know of a shortcut. So, in the Ginso Tree is the first shortcut that I'm going to utilize. That is a shortcut that was built into the game, clearly intended by the developers. I know of one other shortcut that I can use that is intended by the developers. And then I know of one more thing which I do not think is intended, that I would call an exploit, that I intend to utilize, and that's going up Sorrow Pass, so we'll get to that in the future. So by the way, my aim, there's an achievement for beating the game in less than 3 hours. I think that is entirely doable. My aim is really to do 2 hours. About 2 hours is what I expect. And if I do less than 2 hours, I'll be very happy. Alright, stop showing me the map. I want to move forward. And a second skill. By the way, I have been playing on hard with no abilities, and one of the things that's happened because of that is I've gotten used to not using ability points, which is not what I want. I actually do want to be using my ability points. Let's use one. And I think that the best ones to get early are ones that increase my attack power. Going over here gives me a life cell, and I think that might help enough that it's worth getting. I think over here is just another blue dot, so we'll get that. And then we're going to stop getting many life cells or blue dots. I'll get more, of course, I just won't be going out of my way as much. Here's a good place to save, and let's unlock another ability. Those are the combat abilities that I intend to get. So next is going down the efficiency track. And the first mini-boss. So this mini-boss actually does take some time to complete, but I'm hoping that my skills that I've unlocked reduces that time some. Or when I said skills, I really meant abilities. The things that I've spent my couple of ability points on, I believe made that a little bit faster. I have to remember what the safe path through the crushers is. I think that was not safe. Was that my first death? I think that was my first death. This is where we get double jump. Also a very nice ability to have for the speedrun. Not only is it required to complete the game, it's also quite nice. This is where we were able to go back through without bothering with the crushers. And we get another energy cell. Great. I did not get the map, by the way. The map stone is still over there and it's broken, and it will remain broken. That was the first small spirit light container that I got. That is actually surprising that I went that long without getting one. There's a blue dot to my right there, but it requires a lot to get, so we're ignoring it. But this green dot, this life cell, does not require much. So, getting another life cell. We have saved Gumo, and now we get the water vein. Water vein was 24.5 minutes. The water vein takes a while compared to other things, so I'm not too concerned with where we are just yet in terms of time. And let's go in the Ginso Tree. I've got 6 life cells and 4 energy cells. That's not too bad. Alright, so here is the only, or one of the few shortcuts that I know. That little log right there is a fake log, and you can go past it. Then you can jump over here and go up. This, I believe, is one of the more annoying mini-bosses in the game. Especially for speedruns, because I don't feel like you can do a whole lot to beat it faster. Although I did beat it pretty fast there, so I guess I did a lot better than I did my first time through. Great. Reem, my favorite of the spirit ancestors. Reem gives us Bash. Bash will be extremely important for speeding through things. It makes it a lot easier to skip enemies. I am going to get that energy cell there. It takes a little bit of time to get that one, but not a lot of time. And I think it's worth it. I'm not sure how many energy cells are worth getting. This mini-boss, I feel like, is one of the easiest mini-bosses. It looks like it's hard because there's those things at the bottom that are going back and forth, but you don't actually need to use them. You can just use this wall over here and not even bother with the spikes. Let's restore the element of waters. I'm going to refrain from going to the next split until I get through the dungeon proper, not just when I get the actual element itself. That was probably not clear by my splits, but that is the way I intend to do it, is get to the end of the dungeon before I go to the next split. Go! No, no, hit the thing. I died. Well, that is the second death. Come on, little dude. Shoot at me. Thank you. Shoot at me. I appreciate the shot. Okay, need to bounce on this. Bounce on this and move. This part, we just need to bounce back and forth. That's actually rather easy. And then go up. I think we're near the top. There we go. And call that time. So 35 minutes for the Element of Waters. We're now through essentially a third of the game. Next is the Gumon Seal. The Gumon Seal is another place where I do actually know of a shortcut. So when we're in the Misty Woods, there's a shortcut that I discovered in my first playthrough that I will be using to get through the Misty Woods a little bit faster. Here we go, getting another skill. This is Stomp. Stomp is a nice skill. I might use it to defeat some enemies, but mostly we need this just because you need it to get past barriers in the game. Oh, we have to get the... I was trying to jump. We can't jump yet. We have to collect Huro's Feather before we jump. So there is a shortcut path in the Misty Woods that I intend to use while we're here. It is an intended shortcut path, one of the ones the developers put in. And bash means Misty Woods we're just going to go past very quickly, because we're just going to bash off of everything, basically. And we'll save every once in a while. Every once in a while when it allows us to save. Oh gosh. Well, saved there. The main way that I think that I could make this speedrun faster is by not dying. I've only died 3 times, but each time has been somewhat unfortunate in how far it's put me back. The Misty Woods actually aren't so bad to do quickly, because even though they're confusing, there's usually only one path to go. Alright, another skill. This one's only necessary because the game says it is. I've already got the wall jump. Why do I need this skill? This is where the shortcut is in the Misty Woods. Right there. So we've just skipped a fair amount of the Misty Woods. Something that would have taken me, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 seconds to go through. That's a nice shortcut. And these enemies. So these enemies I learned in my hard speed run. Well, it wasn't a speed run. My hard run, that shooting their shots back at them is by far the fastest and most efficient way to kill them. And Gumon Seal, 53 minutes. So that's, you know, ostensibly that's half the game, because I've gone through 3 of the 6 major story events. But now we're heading to the Forlorn Ruins. I do actually... Whoa. What I did with that enemy there was not intended, but it worked, actually. So I guess we're good. Good time to save, and let's unlock a couple of things. Alright, that requires 2, so we'll stop there. The Forlorn Ruins is... I think it's the dungeon that I died the most in my first time through. Maybe even more than the last dungeon, Mount Horu, which clearly is the place that you're supposed to die a lot. Now there's another rather slow to get keystone that we have to get. Oh gosh. I'm glad I saved right here. Oh, I should not have tried that again. Death number 5. Alright, I need a little bit of patience in my speedrun. Patience. Oh, I was thinking something that was not something I could do. Death number 6. I thought, hey, I can just jump to the keystone. No, you cannot just jump to the keystone. Oh ho, I did it. I did it anyway. I jumped to the keystone. So, big question. Will I go through this without dying? Go. Alright, important part here is to be safe, not fast. Safe, not fast. Because we'll be faster if we survive than if we try to go fast. Oh my gosh. You're missing! Hit the wall! This enemy doesn't hit the wall! Oh my gosh. I died. Oh, I did not die. I thought I had died. Alright. This place, there are shots that get fired, but I can't really tell where they're coming from. This one, I think we have to go to the left. Okay. And then I think we go up. Oh, darn. Alright, so I did not make it in one go. That was the 7th death. It started me halfway through. I don't recall dying in this one and it starting me halfway through before. Oh, I was basically at the end. Darn. And now for the part of the plot that I get most upset at Ori. Because she touches Kuro's egg? You fool. There's the map, by the way, behind that green barrier that I never broke. There's the mapstone fragment. Sometimes the map and the mapstone fragment are not very far away. I did not see those brambles. That's sad. Death number 8 due to the inability to see brambles. So this... I would like to defeat this enemy. Oh darn, I did not accomplish it that time. So I was able to defeat that enemy in my first playthrough and cause him to break through the barrier. And breaking through that barrier means that you can skip a section of the game. The main benefit of skipping that is you don't have to use 4 of the keystones, so you can skip some of the harder to get keystones. And I'm a little sad that I was not able to do it in the speedrun when I did it accidentally in my first playthrough. I'm actually going to save again, even though that's my last blue dot. And it's because I could totally die here getting these keystones. These are the keystones that I was essentially intending to avoid getting by using that exploit that I was unable to pull off. Alright, last skill. And by last skill, I mean the last skill that we're going to get. There are 2 more skills, Dash and Light Burst, that I completely ignored. Here's a good time to save. And for that matter, unlock another ability, the Air Dash. I can't do that because I never got Dash. I don't know if we'll ever use this, but let's save here. I think that I'm saving at too many of the spirit wells. As in, I'm saving at them and I don't need to. I'm never going to go back to those spirit wells. Well, never mind. I am very happy that I'm saving at all these spirit wells. It's one of the better decisions that I've made. Here is the Sunstone. Get the light, Ori. Go into the light. Got the Sunstone. Sunstone at 118. My goal of defeating the game in less than 2 hours seems like it might happen. I only have 1 dungeon to go through. The last dungeon is a longer dungeon, but I've got 40 minutes to get there and go through it, so I believe in myself. I'm now killing this enemy so that I can save. There we go. Just in case I get one more hit, I didn't want to die and have to start at the very top. Like that. Death number 9 or something? I don't know. It's very easy to die in this game. Well, if my number is correct, that was number 10. 11. Drop down, but avoid the spikes and the birds. So there are birds to avoid. Well, this is a part I could definitely do better if I were to try this again. There we go. Bashing off the birds is a good way to do that. Alright, we're heading in. I've got 37 minutes. For Mount Horu / Mount Doom, I don't know of any way to really go through it quickly. You just have to do all of the rooms, basically, one after the other, top to bottom. Very worried for a second there, but we're still going. I don't know the best way up, but I do know that the way you want to go is up. Darn. I'm trying to save more often, because it's so easy to die in this dungeon. Like there. Let's go through this part successfully, which really requires me to just constantly hold the bash button. Oh man. I just realized that I should have saved inside, just off of the idea that I might have that cutscene have to play again. Don't know if the game plays the cutscene twice. Oh well, it'll save right here after I unlock this. And I will save at every room. Once per room at least. Now this puzzle is actually very easy, but I was a little confused the first couple times that I did it. There it is. And essentially another room done. Save here. Use my last blue dot. This one, I know how I'm supposed to do it. Let's see how well I'm able to pull it off. But basically, you want to kill the top ones as soon as you can, so that you can bounce up with the bottom ones. Oh, I think I hit the spikes. I did not entirely see my character when that happened, but I think I hit the spikes. Gosh, I still haven't hit that guy. Still haven't hit that guy. There we go. Now we can go back through. That'll be the third room done. Fourth room is to the left. I remember this room. This is kind of a fun room. I bounced off of the enemy to get around that laser. I liked that way of doing it more than the way that I did it the first time. Come on, Ori, push. Push faster. I don't think I'm going to be fast enough. Oh gosh, I just survived. Oh my gosh. Now push. Good job. Now we gotta go up. So that was essentially the fourth room done. This room, all of the floor breaks out from under you. So you have to be prepared for that to happen. Gosh. Shoot at me. There we go. Barely made it up here. I defeated an enemy I did not intend to defeat, so I had to use a different enemy. Oh gosh, I did not save for that room. That enemy died again. Alright, I need a different way through this room, I think. Great. Now... I need this enemy to shoot at me. And again. And again. Oh my gosh, why is it not shooting at me? Ha ha ha. Let's get past this room. There is this one life difficulty where you have to do this the first time perfectly. I don't even know. Like, there's got to be a pattern that I'm not doing that I could be doing that would more reliably get through this room, but I do not know it. I have an idea of things that I want to hit me and shoot at me and bounce off of, but sometimes those things die. That makes it hard to bounce off of them. But there's the room. I am going to save again before I go back through. Save. I'm surprised it allowed me to save based on how many enemies are right next to me. But it did, so I did. This is a room with another puzzle. I like the puzzles. Even though, you know, when you're doing a speed run, the puzzles are often things that take a little bit longer. They're also not as dangerous, as long as you know the solution to the puzzle. Oh, I died at the lever. Hit the lever, and I like this section, the hovering log section. It's a hovering log through lasers. The hovering log does not burn up because the hovering log is a magic hovering log. It is the best of the hovering logs. It really feels like I could have done that faster, but I had to keep jumping the whole time. Save in here. I learned how to do this in my hard run, which hasn't come out on YouTube yet, but I have gone through it, so I know how to get through this room without using skills I don't have. You do it like that. There we go. Bash through that guy. I really like that you can just bash through those enemies. I have been dying a lot in this dungeon, but I'm still doing very well on time. Oh, this room. This room we're going to save right here, and we're going to be scared. This is the room that I've probably played the most of in this dungeon, because I've died so many times in this room. There's another one, another death. But since I've died so many times in this room, I'm actually a lot more practiced at this room than a lot of the other rooms in this dungeon. So I might actually do well. We'll see. Alright, the trick is jump to this and then charge jump. That gets you over here relatively quickly. And then it's just a whole bunch of bashing off of these as quickly as you can and trying to stay generally up. Ho-ho, got it. So as I'm leaving this room, I would like you to observe the natural laser windmill. One of the nice things about the Forest of Nipple is it has some of the natural wonders of the world, like the laser fire windmill. Fight another mini-boss. This mini-boss, not too bad at all. In fact, I've already defeated him. Go. And we are at the end. All I have to do is escape Kuro one more time. Go! So, I don't remember this extremely well, but I do remember it. So we're past one part. This part is easy. You just have to go back and forth between these. What's the next part? The next part, I need to hang on to this wall over here. Aha. And then go up and over. Great, that was perfect. This part, I think I need to go down into the water. Wonderful. This part we bash off of fishes. And then I need to go over here. You know, I think I died from fire. And luckily I got to start relatively close. And up. Go. And with that, I will call time. So 1 hour and 45 minutes. Supersonic. So I just got the achievement for beating the game in less than 3 hours. What you will see next on my channel, coming out this coming Saturday, will be videos starting my hard with no abilities playthrough. I'm producing 3 videos of that. And then after that, I will be trying through a no-death run of Ori and the Blind Forest. And that's basically the last thing that I intend to do in Ori and the Blind Forest. And then after that, I will start with Ori and the Will of the Wisps, the sequel to this game, which I have never played. I've never seen any game footage of, so it will be a pure blind playthrough from the beginning. So that's the official time. 1 hour, 44 minutes, and 54 seconds. I'm very happy with that.